Three students. One conversation where film theory collides with the reality of filmmaking. Life after film school.
So Tim, thank you so much for joining us today. Start you out with the easy one.
Okay.
Can you finish the sentence for us? The most important thing someone should know before graduating from film school is...
Oh, wow.
It's an easy one.
You're going to get your shot.
What their idea of success is.
Persistence is everything, really.
You'd better get a ridiculously high-paying job very, very quickly.
Where the next dollar's got to come from.
Any suggestions on where that next dollar might come from?
Drive a cab.
When I think of the name Wes Craven, it's absolutely synonymous with horror films. And what really is the most important component to making a horror film scary? How do we, as new voices, get your attention?
Unmarked bills, plain envelopes, a good bottle of wine.
How did you make your way to having the big breakout hit of Barbershop?
It was one of those things where Barbershop was that film that's all your life was about.
At that point, do you start hearing the people referring to you as an urban director after Barbershop comes out? And does that change the way that you start approaching who you are and selling yourself as a director?
I never really gave it any much thought, you know? It's just one of those things, you make good movies, it transcends, you know?
After shooting The Beach, you were quoted as saying that you love big films, but you're better at making small films. What in your mind is the difference? You've worked with a lot of the same people throughout your career, whether it's actors, production designers, editors. What are some of the advantages of maintaining those relationships?
One of the big dangers if you have a success is that people start to think you're a genius, and you're not. You know, people start to think he must be right. He's just had a successful film. Whereas in fact, what you need is people who actually say that sounds dodgy. I don't think that's right. You know, as a way of doing it.
So speaking of college,
Yes.
you're a graduate of the Rhode Island School of Design.
That's right.
Known as one of the best art schools in the country.
You are clearly an insanely confident guy. Listen to that, listen to that speaking voice. Why were you chosen for this, I wonder?
What is the most important thing that you've learned in your career that you think would be the best lesson for us to take away from you today? And can you answer it as Stewie?
You bastards are so demanding, you college students.
The best lesson I've learned from everything I've been through is dream. Dream about making movies.
You have this kind of energy which is priceless, really.
If you haven't done it, you don't know whether you have that talent or whether you're deluding yourself. And you have to believe in yourself. And God help us all if we don't reach the point where we're 50 and it hasn't happened and we realize we made a horrendous mistake. But usually, if you have a passion for something and you're willing to really stick in there for a considerable long time, it'll happen.
I'm much better, I realise, at doing films where I don't quite have enough money and there's a ceiling and you're battling away under the ceiling.